We're Robin and Steve. Last episode we left you hanging in Brambles Cove. Next day the weather was right to head to Spain Bay, past the crazily shaped Shank Islands. We kayaked ashore to look for the track that goes over the top to Stevens Bay. One of our books suggested you approach the hike as if you were a wombat. What a great tip. This wild bay is open to the Southern Ocean. Here there are not many people, but plenty of march flies that seem to love my backpack. Great. A series of dunes stretched along the beach. These weren't just ordinary dunes, built over tens of thousands of years. These are middens. This was the country of the Middens people. Families feasted here for so many years that it's changed the landscape. Best landfill ever, and the most blatant example I've ever seen of the scale of what we've lost. The Southern Ocean tosses up some pretty massive beach litter, some natural, and some non-biodegradables, mostly thanks to the fishing industry. Sailing back, we got to see Shank Islands in a different light. I could just stare at one of these islands all day and not get bored. When we returned to Brambles Cove, there were a lot more people, all separately enjoying a beautiful sunset. A storm was forecast, so we headed to Casilda Cove, where, as recommended, paddled out and secured a stern line to the loops provided ashore. And since the storm hadn't hit, we went for a walk to look at Bathurst Harbour from above. Here you can see our boat is anchored and there's a line from the stern to the shore. I wonder what these bugs do in the storm. Bathurst Harbour. I'm a bit limpy here. I'm still recovering from a bad knee injury. So this was really taking my knee off-road. But in the end, I got stronger. On the way back, we turned up a rivulet. At the end, there was a beautiful little waterfall. It was a cold shower, but it was a good shower. We set our second stern line just in time for the storm to hit. With our anchor secured and stern lines fixed to the shore, we were fine until the winds changed to blow side on. These things always seem to happen when it's dark. We had to rearrange the lines in pitch black and then have an indoors day in a leaky boat. And Steve saying, "Where's that water coming from?" But we woke up to this. Glassy calm, we kayaked to Horseshoe Inlet. A swan breeding area. This sea eagle flew by, but then stopped not far away. These islets all around Bathurst Harbour are so remote and isolated that the flora is unique. More like an ornate Chinese painting than the Australian bush. Every day we were surprised here. We certainly didn't expect to see a seal. And we'd never seen a great cormorant before. Finally, we could untie the stern lines, wash mud off the anchor, pick the slime off our stern lines, and then dodge the navigational hazards, including the narrows, which turned out to be less scary than I expected. We anchored in Iola Bay. This is Mount Rugby. I'll leave you with a jellyfish in tea-coloured water and some great reflections. On days like this, you wouldn't know it, but Port Davey is famous for getting hit by violent storms. Join us next time when we get hit by one, and we survived, to explore more of this wild landscape before sailing back under Tasmania up the east coast of Australia.